Hey, what's up guys, it's KZ Fox here. Today I have a new video for you guys with the new Tulen skin. As you can see on the screen over here, even though it's a recolor skin of the previous Cosmos skin, but it has an animated frame during the loading screen, so I think it's worth it, especially when I'm the Tulen main, when I have the most amount of games on Tulen. I think it's worth the price for me to buy it. And on top of that, because I was a World of Warcraft player, which is why I think orange color is more advanced, or it's more high end than like purple color. I prefer orange color better. So which is why I really like the skin recolor. I like it better in orange. So this time today I'm going to share a new build with you guys on Tulen. As you can see in the starting of the video, I'm not going for Arbor Magi this time. I'm going for Barrett Agony for my first item after the fixed tier. So I think this build has more it has more physical resistance. It means that it's very good against like a physical assassin jungler. If they have a physical assassin jungler on the enemy team, you can endure more damage than if you were going to build Arbor Magi. So I think overall this is a better build against like physical damage team. The team that focus heavily on physical damage, because this game they have Gilder, they have Maganga, both of them are magical damage, but those guys' skill shots can be easily dodged, which is why I'm just going to build Breath Agony for the physical resistance for the armor, so that I can survive longer against that Ryoma jungle. So that was a pretty good start. We got a kill onto Maganga earlier. I just love the animation from this skin, and we got a kill on Maganga once again. Over here I'm just going to clear the mid wave because they don't have a mid laner anymore. This should be a free wave for me. After I clear wave, I can do something else. I don't want to get stunned by Ryoma. He can still do a lot of damage after in the early game because he's level 4 at this point. And I'm not even level 4 yet. I don't have any armor item on me, which is why you want to avoid the damage from Ryoma as much as possible. And because we have such a good early lead onto their mid laner, we're just going to extend our advantage into their jungle. And over here you can see we're being outnumbered on the top side of the map, but even though that was the case, we were able to deal AoE damage on every single one of them, and we were able to refresh our ult over here. So Maganga wasn't really doing much damage to me because he's just a lane bully. He can't really do much. He doesn't have as much burst damage as Tulen, which is why after our team landed all those beautiful skill shots, we're just going to kill them easily. Kill them after over there in the jungle. Over here, I try to chase the Gilder a little bit, but he was just too tanky for me to kill, because I saw Omar coming over to me. That's why I just really couldn't get the last auto attack off on Gilder, but that was fine. And you guys noticed there, I used my second skill to jump over the wall so that they couldn't chase me, because Maganga has used the flicker early on, if you guys remember, during the first chase. So he didn't really flicker over the wall over there and chase me. So now at this point I have double buff, and like usual, like in my previous videos I told you guys about, if you have early lead on kills and gold, this is the time you start snowballing. So all you need to do right now from this point on is just to clear the mid wave and then try to rotate to side lane to gank. Don't really try to force a gank onto a kill onto their mid laner, because they can play quite passive if they just stay on the tower. Over here I was trying to help Wukong, but he just got killed by Gilder's second skill. And Gilder is just too tanky for me to kill early on because his passive is really good. Gilder's passive provides a very good shield every fourth attack he get off, and it's too much. It's too tanky for me to kill early on, so that is fine. So from this point on, I think my decision was I should probably focus on bottom side, because top is really hard for me to kill. They have an ADC at the bottom side, so it is going to be easier to target. And because we have a ramp support and she's constantly staying at the bottom lane, which is why if I play around her, we have a higher chance of getting kills and getting towers afterwards. And over here we can see they were on dragon, and we should have the number advantage over here because their jungle is on top of side of the map. And I was just trying to get a kill onto Yorn. Unfortunately, I didn't get the kill, but that was fine. Maganga doesn't have mana anymore. Our Cypher decided to overchase a little bit, but I couldn't really help him after that. So I'm gonna just go back to mid, clear my wave. Nothing else for me, really. But our Wukong got killed at top. Even if I go top right now, I don't have enough time to defend that wave, defend the tower. So which is why my decision was to check on our blue, because they can't go to our blue after that. After they got a kill at the top, it's a free blue buff for them to take, which is why our Zephys was at their blue side. That was a quite smart decision by him. But their Ryoma decided not to come over at our blue, which is why our blue is still up. This should be a free blue for me because our Zephys already took their blue. I really like invading. I really like our jungler invading their blue side, especially when I play solo rank, because that can leave me a blue buff, which is very good for me. And you know, notice there I can jump away from Gilder's ult. That is all because I have Gilded Greaves. You want the resistance on Tulen. Once you get CC'd, it's going to reduce the CC duration, crowd control duration on your hero, so you can actually escape from those crowd control skills. So if I remember correctly, I've told you guys about building magic penetration boots before on Tulen. That's how you snowball harder. But in this case, because they have too much crowd control skill, Ryoma has a stun, Omar has stun from his passive. What else? And Yorn has a stun too. Gilder has a big 2 crowd control, which is why you have to build Gilded Greaves in this situation. Originally we just got outnumbered pretty hard. So I decided to flick our way first. And our Wukong actually made something really funny here. I don't think he did anything. He was trying to get a kill onto the Yorn, but he didn't actually get a kill. My ult was almost up, so I decided to overstay for a little bit, just stay for a bit longer. And Gilder wasn't really blocking the ult for Yorn, so I got a double kill onto both of them. Unfortunately, I died afterwards. So that was quite alright. I'm going to talk about the comparison between Orb of Magi and when you first build Orb of Magi on yourself, it will take around 5-6 minutes to stack up. It's usually around 10 minutes mark in the game where you're going to have full stack from Orb of Magi, which is going to give you extra 1,000, around 1,200 HP for your character. And when you build Breath Acne, you don't need that much time to stack, but you're quite squishy against magic damage early on. I don't know if that was a good explanation for you guys to understand, but you might want to play not so aggressive as if you were having Orb of Magi early on against magic damage, against their mage. You're just not going to have those extra HP to make the outplays as if you were building Orb of Magi. That was quite complicated, but an easier way to remember this is just if they have a magic damage jungler, you'll go for Orb of Magi, and if they have a physical damage assassin jungler, you go for Breath Acne. Each build is going to provide you a better survivability after you finish the item. So I hope that makes it clear for you guys. By this point in the game, the score is 11-8, and I've been involved in 10 of those kills on our team, and our team had a fight onto the top. So when I clear the wave, I always try to stack my passive, have 3 stacks for my first skill and 2 stacks for my second skill. You want to have the maximum amount of stacks when you clear the wave. That's how you're able to stack your passive quite often, more often. So we're gonna go invade their blue once again. Unfortunately, it was taken by Omar, or it was taken by someone else. Doesn't matter. Won't change anything. Gilder tried to overchase, got ulted by Aram. Aram died, which is fine. And over here, I think that Wukong should have went to mid because mid wave wasn't really cleared. Sometimes when you rotate as a mid lane, you can't really take care of every wave. Unfortunately, we lost another dragon to Maganga when we had a jungler at our dragon. That was quite unfortunate. But sometimes when you play dark side lane, you need to cover mid wave when your mid laner is rotating to the other side lane to gank. And that is how you're able to keep all the towers up, defend all the towers for your team. And over here we see 3 people at the bottom side, so it is not a wise decision for us to go into them because they can just instantly kill me. I'm gonna just camp on their way back to mid and then try to do some damage, not fully committing. And this cool Wukong once again just went in there and then got stunned by Yorn and just got killed without even using any of his skills. So after that, we should just, when you have so Wukong was our top lane, and he died over there. But I think Yorn blocked for Maganga over here, so which is why Yorn was quite low. When your top laner died, you want to play towards the bottom side of the map, because if you want to fight towards the top side of the map, you most likely you're gonna be outnumbered because your top laner already died. And I hit a beautiful ult onto the Gilder, even though he flickered away. They had nobody to block the ult for him, which is why I was able to get a kill onto the Gilder. I'm just really far ahead by this point right now, and I can pretty much kill anyone if this Omar just really wants it. So I just killed him easily. Yorn flickered over there. If he didn't have flicker, he would be dead. So that was quite good. And I was able to get double buff from Ryoma from the jungler once again. And I decided not to go back and farm our bottom side of the map, bottom side of the jungle. Once I finish farming bottom side of the jungle, I should be back to the full HP, which that is because I have Raz Blessing on me. I'm going to get Magic Lifesteal and finishing this part of the jungle, which is bring me back to a full HP, and I will have more gold lead. That is how you snowball on Tulen. You want to farm side lanes, or you want to farm your jungle as much as possible, especially after you build your Magic Lifesteal item. So I had a lot of people asking me, you know, when you play Tulen, can you use Magic Lifesteal Arcana? My answer is that is all depends on your playstyle, right? If you want to use Magic Lifesteal Arcana, that means you can do more damage. You're going to sustain yourself from doing more damage. But you actually need something in order for you to deal damage onto. But when you don't have anything to deal damage towards, I think Benevolence is a better choice. Magic Lifesteal Arcana isn't a good choice in that case. So over here you can see I sold my Phoenix tier and I built Hecate's after I sold it, and by this point I should have tons of damage. I should be able to kill their backline if I have the chance to jump on their backline. And by this point, because Yorn used his ultimate at top, flicker at top, he shouldn't have flicker, so I was just getting ready to jump on the Yorn any second over here. As you can see, I jumped on the Yorn, flicker onto Yorn, use my second skill, first skill, and then do my ult, and then I used my Arctic Orbs to get an endure effect right immediately, and I was able to kill the Yorn without even dying myself. So that is something, some cool and flashy play you guys can do when you're so far ahead like that. You know, you just dive on their backline, kill their backline without even dying yourself. So that was almost a perfect game for me with the new skin. Again, I love this skin. I think it's very cool. So that was it for today's gameplay. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the video. It was, as you can see over here, it was easy 48% of team damage, Tulen gameplay. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Which color of the skin do you prefer? Was it the purple-ish, blue-ish color, or do you prefer this orange new color? I think I'm going to make more video with the new skin. I think it's very cool. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching today's video, and I hope you have a nice day.